tumble. In other data out today, business inventories up slightly in July, but U.S. industrial production showed a sharp downturn last month, mostly on a pullback in auto production. Yesterday, Target announced plans to hire 70,000 temp workers this upcoming holiday season, and today, delivery giant UPS says it'll take on as many as 95,000. Shares of UPS up 3% this afternoon. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
Meet Vince. Vince hurt himself mountain biking on Saturday.
Because weekend warrior.
Because noob.
Hey.
Vince is supposed to host an important presentation, but he's not going anywhere in that cast. What should he do?
Rhetorical question.
Vince should try GoToMeeting, the simple way to host meetings online, complete with video conferencing and screen sharing. Send out a meeting link and anyone can join from any computer, tablet, or smartphone. Just takes a click.
Where do I sign up?
Visit GoToMeeting.com to start your free 30-day trial. That's GoToMeeting.com.
There are no guarantees in love, but there is a guarantee from EH Plus by eHarmony, our new personal matchmaking service. At EH Plus, your own personal matchmaker gets to know you so well, we can guarantee introductions that will be satisfying and exciting. EH Plus goes far beyond regular online dating sites, and that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the only live local news here in the Inland Empire on Kcaa 1050 AM. Well, the big news this morning is the way in which the weather is wreaking havoc on the Inland Empire roadways. For instance, the Magnolia Avenue on-ramp from the 15 freeway in Corona is reported to be flooded with debris flowing down on the on-ramp and vehicles hydroplaning. Also, the number 1 lane and the carpool lane on the eastbound side are completely flooded, so you got to be careful out there. A 5-car pileup blocked the slow lane of the eastbound 10 in Redlands just after 9 o'clock this morning. The crash occurred just west of Wabash Avenue. One of the vehicles was overturned and one person was trapped inside his or her vehicle. There are no further details of this accident at this time. In non-related weather news, a man was found hanging from a tree outside a Palm Springs business at 6:13 this morning. The body, which is described as only a white male adult, was found in the 600 block of Vila Road. The man was pronounced dead at the scene, and investigators found no evidence of foul play. His identity will be withheld until his family can be notified. And 2 measures have addressed the emerging problem of wildfire fighting interference. One called for slapping violators with fines and jail time. The other sought to give firefighters immunity should they take out a drone by jamming signals or other means. These measures were merged into Senate Bill 168, which passed the Assembly 79-0 and the Senate 40-0 yesterday. The bill contains an urgency clause, which means it will take effect immediately. If signed by Governor Brown, he has until October 11th to make a decision. The bills come after an explosive summer in which drones repeatedly got in the way of pilots fighting wildfires. Inland Empire weather. We are wet out there. Showers continuing, diminishing overnight, leaving you with a partly cloudy sky and still a slight chance of showers tomorrow. Highs both days 80, overnight lows 68. Traffic conditions in Riverside. On the 91 freeway, westbound side, just past 14th Street, there's some roadway damage, and it has the right lane shut down, so be careful in that area. Also through Corona, same situation. 15 northbound, just past the 91, there's a large pothole, and that has the number 2 lane closed. Traffic is slow from Temescal Canyon Road. And that is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. Kcaa 1050 AM.
Determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show, America. Thank you for joining us. Open phones this hour. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Abel is with us in San Antonio. Hi, Abel. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, how are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my wife and I have a question if we should sell our house to help us pay off our student loans faster. We owe about $201,000 in our student loans.
Who's the doctor or lawyer?
We're both pharmacists.
Okay. So what's your household income?
We make $250 a year. After taxes, we bring home $14,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
We pay $1,800 in mortgage. Our house was for $290, and we owe $240 on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started reading you recently, so we're trying to figure out the best way to get out of debt the fastest.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other debts?
No, it's just we have daycare that we pay for 2 kids, our house, and then the student loans.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the bad news is you're in a big hole. The good news is you have a big shovel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what if you lived like normal people instead of 2 pharmacists and paid off this debt in like 2 years?
Yeah, I owed $100,000, and we paid off mine without really listening to you within 3 years of us being pharmacists.
Yeah.
But we weren't really aggressive at it.
I was thinking if you got aggressive, you should be done in 2 years or maybe 2.5.
But you don't think selling a house would be a good idea?
If I could pay off all my debts in 2.5 years and keep my house? No, I wouldn't sell my house unless you just hate your house. Do you hate the house?
We don't hate it, but we don't really. We're not like attached to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving is the last thing I do unless there's another reason to move. And, if it was going to be 10 years to get out of debt and you could pay off the debt in 20 minutes by selling the house, I'd look at selling the house. But you could pay it off in a couple of years if you guys just get aggressive. Really aggressive.
Okay. And then what about like our 401k? I have $50,000 in there. Can we
stop adding to the 401k completely? I would not cash it out. No, I don't cash out and pay the penalties unless it's to avoid bankruptcy or foreclosure. But here's the thing. $8,000 a month for 2 years and you're debt free.
Okay.
That's living on nothing.
Yeah.
Because you're taking home $14,000, you got $2,000 mortgage. And so there's not a lot of room in that. But, it's no vacation. It's Christmas is not much. And your people that are used to you guys living high on the hog are going to look at you like you've lost your mind. You're not going to be eating out and going on vacation doing that. But you're going to be completely debt-free. And this monkey, this gorilla, is going to be off your back. So I'm a Band-Aid rip-off guy, not a Band-Aid peel-off guy. You getting the picture?
Yeah, I am.
You can screw around with this for 4 or 5 years if you want, but me, I'd be done fast. And good news is you've got the ability to do that. So, and by the way, let me tell you, there's a huge correlation between people who actually get out of debt and how fast they do it. The faster you do it, the more likely you are to actually get out of debt. There's a correlation between that because people won't stick with stuff 5, 6, 7 years, especially when it's deep cuts. Sometimes you have to. The good news in your world is you don't have to. But you guys can just look at this and go, it feels normal. Everybody does it, but it's stupid beyond belief. And I've got to get this stupid out of my life. $200,000. Man, that should scare you to death, dude, to the point you do something radical to get it out of your life. That's what I would suggest. Teresa is on the phone in San Antonio. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay. I have a little question about selling our car to pay off with our debt snowball. So the car that we have right now is worth about $15,000, and we owe about $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so we really want to sell it on Craigslist or something. But the dilemma that we're running into is technically the bank has our title.
Mm-hmm.
So when we sell our car and we go to the buyer and he's going to give us the $15,000, we can't really hand over the title right away. So there's this awkward 2-week period.
It's a normal transaction though. In most states, you can check with a car dealer in your area and ask them how they typically do this. But in most states, you issue a bill of sale, you give them the car keys, and you give them the car. And the bill of sale is your contract to provide them with a title when you get it. Bill of sale is your contract to provide them with a title when you get it back from your bank.
Okay.
And now sometimes that bill of sale in some states will allow them to get the license plates and stuff. Most of the time it will, but sometimes the title actually has to be transferred. So there can be a little bit of awkwardness. But the other thing is this. What bank is the title with?
It's Honda Financial.
Okay, then you don't have a choice. It's not a bank. Okay, because you're going to have to send the stuff off to the Honda Financial. They're going to send it back to you by email. If it was a local bank, you could ask them to go ahead and have the title delivered to the branch, and you can meet them at the branch and change it all out. Sometimes you can pull that off, but there is no branch for Honda Financial to pull that off. So it's going to take 4 or 5 weeks to get this done.
Okay, and then, is it just going to have to be like a buyer that kind of trusts us to get him the title, or we should just go with the bill of sale?
It's trust, but there's a contract. Contract is the bill of sale, and they have your car, by the way.
Right.
So, that's a fairly normal transaction, though. Happens every day. So some people are more comfortable with it than others. Some aren't willing to do that, but that's your only option because you can't get the title unless you pay the car off. It's a simple thing, and that's true in every state. So, hey, thank you for the call. We appreciate you joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Our question of the day is from Blinds.com. Add color to your windows, and you get privacy, too, with roller shades from Blinds.com. Choose from light filtering or blackout or solar fabrics. I put one of these roller shades, a couple of them on our deck. We have a screened-in porch that's just awesome, and we roll it sunsets right in your face. And so we roll those shades down to eat dinner and then roll them back up and watch the sunset. It's awesome. So Blinds.com is good company. We love these guys. All right, question comes from Sandra in Texas. I paid all my debt except my leased car. Is that included in the debt snowball? Yes. And you need to find out what the early buyout is on the lease. Save up that amount of money as your last debt snowball item and send them a check, and then they send you the title. It's just like paying off your car. Same exact thing. Except when you're paying off a car, you can send the monthly extra principal. On a fleece, you can't do that. On a fleece, you have to save up the whole amount and then send them a check and pay it off, and you're done. And you get the car title. You become the owner of the car early. But you call them and ask for the early buyout as of the date that you will have the money, and that's the amount that you need to save up. So you say, looks like I'm going to have the money to do this in April, so what would my early buyout be in April of 2016? And they set it up. They give you the number. You save up. You send them a check. April of 2016, you got your deal. So that's how it's done. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Amy Baker, Ph.D. and author of Getting Through My Parents' Divorce, will be on Relationships 2.0 this Tuesday with Dr. Michelle Skeen. Amy will discuss ways for kids to deal with all of the emotions that accompany divorce in their family. Join Amy and Michelle on Relationships 2.0 this Tuesday at 3 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM.
Larry Burnett here, inviting you to join me for Open Season, Fridays at 6 p.m. right here on KCAA. It's three guys dropping gloves, tackling issues, and swinging for the fences. Great sports talk right here on KCAA AM 1050.
One of the most overlooked priorities in a family's financial plan is life insurance. Having it and having the right amount are crucial. If you died, how would your family pay the bills, put food on the table, and plan for the future? Term life insurance is protection for the ones you love. It's not complicated and it's not expensive. People need to deal with this, which is why I found a company I trust and I do business with, Xander. Please take the time to take care of your family.
This is KCAA.
We are ambitious. We are proud of our work. We are Kubota. With Kubota's economical MX 4800 and MX 5200 utility ag tractors, we simply get more done. Full of big features, Kubota MX Series tractors are packed with up to 54.7 horsepower Kubota diesel engines, powerful transmission options, and more. Test drive one today during the More Power to You sales event. Fueling your ambition. We are Kubota.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper. Now in the IE.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., KCAA 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
You'll get through this.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. Josh is up next in Birmingham. Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today? Thanks for taking the call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I have a question about building capital within a company. I've been recently hired by a new company, not necessarily to take over the books, but to more market PR and sales. and talking with my boss for a small company, very profitable. But at the end of the, when it comes time for payroll, we always seem to be waiting on the next group of checks to come in to make payroll. And I look at our books and say, well, we're so profitable. We show a huge profit every month and then every year. However, we're struggling to make payroll.
Where's the money go? Does he take it home?
Well, no, that's the question.
I'm sorry?
That's the question or the answer I'm looking for. I mean, I don't know where to start.
I thought you said you looked at the books.
I did.
Where'd the money go?
That's a great question. And some of it's unpaid invoices, but I guess.
So is there no profit?
There is profit. When I talk to my boss about it, he's been in business for forever, and it's small business, like I said.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still confused. Let me stop. If you looked at the books and you see a profit at the bottom, and you ask him what he does with the profit, I'm assuming he just takes it home every month, and so he's cash starving the company. Is what it sounds like.
Okay. Well, that may be it. And when I say I haven't broken the books down. I looked at the end numbers.
The end numbers. The profit numbers?
Right. The profit margin numbers at the end of the year and the end of the month.
Profit margin is indication of gross profit, not net profit.
Well, this will be net profit.
After all the bills are paid, there's a profit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Then he's taking it home, I guess.
Okay.
Or there's something else. I mean, it sounds like most small business people struggle to do a good job with accounting. And so one of the things we teach in EntreLeadership is to really get on top of the accounting, and that means laying out a budget as well as a P&L. You're looking at the P&L. The P&L's driving with your rearview mirror. You need to look into the future with a budget. A budget's the windshield. A budget, right. You predict next month's revenue and next month's expenses and next month's cost of goods sold, thereby predicting next month's profit. And then we decide ahead of time what we're going to do with that. And you can do that across the board. And then you compare it to the actual P&L. Okay, did the P&L meet budget? We predicted this, then what is the reality of our prediction versus our prediction? And then you make adjustments based on that, and your predictions get more and more accurate by doing that. And so that's your cash flow management process in small business. Now, what I have had to learn to do, and I think is going to come back around to the second part of this once you dig into it further, I'll go ahead and answer the next question that comes up is, okay, how do we set money aside so we have some retained earnings so that we're not constantly fighting a cash flow battle? And that's what goes back to we're having to grab a check to pay our checks or to pay our bills.
Well, yeah, there's actually that particular question, but how do I communicate to my boss that it can be done? Because he's older, and he said, I've been doing it this way, I've always struggled. So
yeah, well, so what we're saying is his normal sucks. And so, anytime somebody's got a problem, they got a pain point, and you've got a solution, they can, it's not hard to talk somebody, let's try this for 90 days. And here's this. I want to institute two things in your company. If I were coaching him, I would say, try these two things. And you're coaching him from the bottom up, in a sense. Okay? The two things we're going to try is we're going to try setting a budget and comparing that to our actual P&L. And we're going to do that for next month. Let's sit down and do what we think is going to happen, and then let's compare that at the end of the month with what actually happened. You follow what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay. The second thing is take your profits and apply a formula to them. Does he have business debt?
Very little.
Okay, good. Then what we want to do is does he get a salary out of that P&L that you saw?
No, it's calculated into
out of the profits.
Like everybody, right.
Okay, so his salary needs to be set up to where he can live, a base salary. Now, profit after he gets a base salary, not all of the but a reasonable amount. How many employees?
About 50.
And so the top line is what, $10 million?
About half that.
About $5 million, okay. And so, if we set his salary at $100,000, that would not be unreasonable.
Right.
And I'm guessing there'd still be profit left over after that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So profit after that, needs to be applied to this. You apply some kind of a formula. He needs to, for the rest of his business career, save a percentage of his profits for retained earnings. And if he saves a percentage of his profits, that account will continue to build until it becomes a substantial amount of cash, actually. And so, and you use retained earnings in business not only for emergencies, not only for cash flow drains, but also for expansion. And so you save a percentage. So let's just say we're going to start next month putting you on a salary of $100,000, and whatever profits there are after that, let's set aside X percent of that as savings for retained earnings to build up a savings inside the business. And that savings is called retained earnings. Now, I mean, so you pick out a number. The two of you talk about it, and you say, okay, we're going to save 20%, 25%, something like that. It doesn't need to be a lot, because you take 25% of those profits you're talking about here, and that's a lot of money by the end of the year.
Right.
And if you had that much in a pile, you'd never have a cash flow drain again.
Right, and that's really what I've got to try to convince him of. I'm just scared that he's done it for so long one way that my...
Well, I mean, but it's not working. So, I mean...
Absolutely. I'm on your team with that.
When stupid is not working, we try something different.
Right.
I've tried stupid. It doesn't work. I've tried something different. We've learned so many things in our business, Josh, doing them the wrong way.
Right.
I don't like to learn that way, but I've learned a lot of stuff that way. So you figure out this isn't working, or this thinking brought us to this level, but it will never take us to the next level, so we have to use new thinking. And so here's the thing. This guy wants this pain out of his life. He doesn't like accounting. He doesn't like cash flow stress. He doesn't like dealing with any of this. He likes running the business aside from the accounting.
Well, I'm scared that he's just to the point where he's tired of it all. And like I said, he's a little bit older, and I think he's just tired.
Yeah. Well, maybe you got the opportunity to help him get his life back, because it's these ankle biters that take the fun out of business. And this one's fixable here. So I'm going to send you a copy of the book EntreLeadership for him, and you look at it with him, and you guys go through it. I think it'll be helpful, and that's what I recommend, is that he starts saving a percentage of his retained earnings, and or a percentage of his profits to build up his retained earnings account. Now, one last note, and this complicates it a little bit, but as a small business owner, you're a sub-S or an LLC or a sole proprietorship, you don't get to keep retained earnings at the end of the year. They're taxable. That's taxable profits. And so let's say he builds up $300,000. You're going to send $100,000 of it to government. So your retained earnings aren't really retained. I mean, the government smacks you in the head. They count that as profits. They don't allow you to save money inside your business. So you have to take the money home, quote unquote. And so it's going to be taxed at the end of the year, whatever amount that is. But you still leave whatever's after tax in your retained earnings account, and it's sitting there, and it's, so you got to do some tax planning with it as well, and be ready for that hit to come, because, I mean, we all know that Washington is supportive of small business, so they want to make sure they tax your butt off to keep you from growing your business, because they're also supportive of small business. And what a crock. But anyway, that's the deal. Your retained earnings are taxable in small business situation. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. Some good news, but lots of bad news for those who live near the Valley Fire in the Lake County community of Middletown. Many residents getting confirmation of what they feared, that their homes have been destroyed.
I found out today. I got somebody who stayed in Hidden Valley sent me a picture of my house, and it's no longer there.
Fire officials say they have made some progress against the fire thanks to improved weather conditions. The fire now 15% contained. It grew another 6,000 acres overnight to 67,000. The mother of a 19-year-old autistic man found dead on a Whittier School District bus in a parking lot last week says she can't understand how the driver could have missed him. Paul Lee's mother says her son didn't have the capacity to say anything while in distress.
He cannot speak out even one word. He cannot ask help.
District officials say they're investigating how the bus driver apparently missed the fact that the 19-year-old was still on board. Kcaa weather, cooler temperatures continuing. Jeff Scott, California News.
Imagine having an emergency without a phone. Your car won't start and you're late for work. How do you call your job to let them know where you are, or call school to let them know you won't be there to pick up your child? AT&T knows some Americans face life without the comfort and security of a phone every day. And that's why AT&T offers Lifeline, which provides reduced monthly phone rates and optional toll blocking at no extra charge to families who qualify. Additional discounts may apply to those living on federally recognized tribal lands. Get the peace of mind that comes with a reliable and affordable phone. Lifeline from AT&T. To find out more, call AT&T at 1-800-288-2020 or visit att.com/lifeline if you have access to the Internet. Lifeline is a government benefit program, and willfully making false statements to obtain this benefit is punishable by fine or imprisonment and could result in termination of Lifeline service. Lifeline enrollment requires certain eligibility documentation and is non-transferable. Limited to 1 discount per household. AT&T service is not available in all areas. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Michelle Skeen, psychologist, author, and host of Relationships 2.0. On my radio show, I interview guests who present their unique perspectives and expertise on topics that cover all aspects of relationship. If you want to improve your relationship, and let's face it, we all have room for improvement, tune in to Relationships 2.0 with Dr. Michelle Skeen. If you miss my show or you're interested in listening to Pat's podcast, you can go to my website, www.michelleskeen.com. Again, www.michelleskeen.com. Tune in and improve your relationships.
Tuesday afternoon at 4 on KCAA 1050 AM.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, or check out the savings and place your order online. VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
KCAA invites you to support our very own Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, in raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities in the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon, October 11th. Every year, RMHC and its local chapters give more than 7 million children the strength to persevere as they run their own marathons, fighting illness and injury throughout months, sometimes years. Michelle will be running in the marathon, and if you would like to join her in becoming a Team RMHC runner, please go to the RMHC homepage or simply Google RMHC, Ronald McDonald House Charities. You can also help by contributing in fundraising efforts or by becoming part of the year-round sponsorship of Ronald McDonald House Charities. For more information about RMHC, visit rmhc.org. And remember to give your support to KCAA's Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, as she runs the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon in support of Ronald McDonald House Charities.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Warren and Hope are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
We're good.
Good.
Welcome.
How are you?
You're here to do your debt-free scream.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you live?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Your neighbors.
Yes.
Right here from Nashville. We don't get many locals in here. That's to do the scream. That's awesome. Good. We're right here in the neighborhood. So how much debt did you pay off?
We paid off $101,483.56.
I love it. That's a lot.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
25 months.
Good for you. Making what kind of money during that time?
Well, Dave, we started out making $85,500 and ended at $96,000.
Cool. What do y'all do for a living?
I'm a membership director for the YMCA here in Middle Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
And I work for Vanderbilt at the School of Nursing.
Oh, very cool. Good for you guys. Excellent, excellent. So what kind of debt was the $101,000?
Pretty much all student loan debt. We had about $1,900 from our wedding rings and Warren's car.
Lots of student loans.
Yes.
Okay. So you wake up 25 months ago and you said this is not okay. What happened? Tell me your story.
Well, we had just gotten married.
Okay.
I just knew that I did not want to go through our marriage or start it out being in debt. So I told Hope, I said, you know what? We've got to get on the same page and start working through this debt. And I knew of you, and I used to listen to a sports radio show, and you would come on after it. So I would continue listening to the radio show, and I listened to you, and I said, Hope, we got to get in tune with this. So
I kind of checked out the Total Money Makeover online, and it was like 7-day free trial or whatever. And I was like, well, I'm the queen of canceling the free trials, so I'm going to cancel this. I just want to see what it's about. And I forgot about it. You know, and you tell God your plans and he laughs at you. So, so he was like, the book got delivered to our front door, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll.
And our journey started. We read the book together, and we started making a plan and created our budget. And
wow.
The rest is history.
Very cool. So it was really a joint effort in that not one of you drugged the other one. It was kind of, you need to do this. Yeah, we need to do it. Okay, let's do it. Well, and there's kind of a back and forth, and then there lands the book, and okay, that becomes our guide.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you guys get to be the heroes. Congratulations.
Yep. Very
Man, that's so
exciting.
neat. That's a lot of debt, you guys.
Yeah. I mean, just we tell people we paid $101,000 to meet the love of our life.
Yeah.
At school.
but we decided that we just had to get on a budget and stick to it and have fun with it and work together.
Okay. So, I mean, you lived on nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, because you really did scorched earth here. You had you're making 90 and you paid off 50 a year.
We lived on about $25,000 a year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
That's
rice
just
and
like,
beans.
And beans and rice. Yeah.
You know, the new age rice and beans, I think, is ramen noodles.
Yeah. There you go. That one too. That one too.
We even created our own what Hope likes to call guts that we can make. Burritos, tacos, stuffed peppers, you know.
There you go.
It's this combination of stuff, and you just put it in everything. I'm kind of tired of it all.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I'll be honest.
I'll bet. Ready to go out to a nice restaurant. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, you've earned it. You've earned it. You make $96,000 a year, and you have no debt.
Yeah.
That feels pretty
it's kind
good.
of funny. We're going to dinner, but we have a gift card to go. So. Warren's sister said, "So when are you going to go to dinner with your own money?"
I love it.
We have a saying around the No House.
Yeah.
We say, "That's so Dave Ramsey."
That's so Dave.
Like when we say money, we're like, I'm so Dave Ramsey right now. It's funny too. At Warren's job, there are a couple people who they'll tell Warren.
They would ask themselves,
Yeah.
what would Warren and Hope do?
There you go. That's it. That's it. What would they do? Because they're hardcore.
So we're really
That's
just
fun.
glad
So people
that
did make fun of you then.
Oh, a little bit,
A little bit.
but we had a lot of support and from family, coworkers, our church family. So
So people were proud of you.
they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
They should be. You ought to be proud of yourselves. How's it feel?
Yeah, awesome.
It feels really good. And I do want to say that we tithed the entire time. We thought that was really important. And we
I agree.
tithed 10%. And about 2 months into it, Warren was about to lose his job. And we were celebrating my grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. And we went to their church. And something was just telling me, well, the Holy Spirit was just telling me, you have to tithe 10% this month, because I was like really struggling with doing that. And I wrote the check, and he got a job like 2 days later. So I just really think that,
trust is so important.
It is, and faith.
Yes. It is. That's trust and faith, and that shows up in your checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a tangible way. You did the right thing. That's awesome.
Yep.
That is very cool. Well, congratulations. So what do you tell people when they hear you paid off $101,000 and they say, how did you do that? What are the keys to getting out of debt?
Being on the same page, working as a team, doing the budget. You gotta do them. You gotta, just like you say, every dollar's got to have a name. And you got to tell it where to go, and make it work for you. Pay yourself, and just kind of. We just did it as a team. We worked together. We created our plan each month, and we had fun in the process. You know, she made it a game. She wanted to see how much more could we pay off each month, save year to year.
Warren didn't spend any money himself. Like the first month that we did this, I budgeted like $200 for our spending. That was crazy. And he spent like, I think it was $8. So
now I'm allotted $25 a month.
Now, it's way up. You got a fourfold raise.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you want? Yeah.
My mom would give us like gift cards to McDonald's and Subway and stuff just because she felt bad for Warren.
When we got Christmas money from family, they would say, "No, Warren, don't let Hope have this."
Yeah.
But being the team member I am, I say, it's for the betterment of the team. We're gonna put it toward the debt.
Hope, what was the hardest part of this for y'all?
Well,
because you really have. I mean, we're joking around here, but you've lived on nothing.
Yeah, I think it's just not spending money, and we're very social people, so we like to hang out with people and stuff. And I think it was just like staying home and not going out to eat with everybody after church on Sunday and things like that. Our family is all in Kentucky, and so we travel to see them a lot. So. Just cutting down on those trips, not being able to see them as much. So that was definitely the hardest part. But like Warren said, we really tried to make it a game. So I'm like very competitive nerd, pretty much. So I really just wanted to see how much can we pay off, and then we would do things like we just make it fun. My mom got us this Chick-fil-A calendar that has this cool card on the back, and you get a free entree each month. So Warren hates grocery shopping, so we would go to Aldi. That's tip number one, shop at Aldi because the prices are so much better. But it's right down the road from Chick-fil-A, and we would go to Chick-fil-A, and we would get the entree and get like another sandwich and split fries and a Coke. That's key too, because you get free refills. And
you guys are awesome.
I probably shouldn't give that hint away.
That's fine. Well, you turned it into a game. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we go grocery shopping.
And she got me out to help with the groceries.
Yeah, that's the trick. You got bribed into it with a half a Chick-fil-A meal.
That's it. That's
fun. You guys are awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. Very proud. You can do anything now.
Yeah.
If you can do this, you can do anything.
Next step,
you gotta just
save for a house.
Yeah, that's right. Turn the next big hurdle into a game and have at it.
That's it.
You guys are awesome. All right, Warren and Hope from Nashville. Right. $101,000 paid off in 25 months, making 85 to 96, living on nothing. They did it in 2 years. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
I love it. That is awesome. Way to go, you guys. Way to go. Absolutely incredible. Man, that's incredible. Way to go. So you can do this. If you're young married, old married, you're single, you're divorced, you can do this. You just have to decide to. Today's your day. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, buddy, I heard the drought's moving in, muscling in on your turf. To make matters worse, the man keeps telling you to limit your spigot. That drought is bad news, no fooling. But me and my boys can help. The Water Boys, on the Water Zone, Thursday nights at 6. We'll help you protect your turf and save water. And hey, don't worry about it. Consider it a gift.
Yeah, Louie, you heard the boss. We gotta listen in at 6 p.m. on Thursday nights.
Okay, Vinny, you got it. The Water Zone, Thursday nights at 6 p.m. I'll tell our lawn it's now protected.
The Water Zone on KCAA 1050 AM.
Hey, Ken Coleman here. We decided we'd spend some time with people and ask them, how do you envision your retirement? What are you thinking about retirement? Are you planning for it?
I will play a lot of golf.
Like that.
Yeah. Hanging out, playing some chess, taking it easy, reading the
This
paper.
is KCAA.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team. If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Hi, I'm John Elway. Did you know that John Elway's Crown Toyota is the largest volume Toyota dealer in the Inland Empire? Here to give you the details is the General Sales Manager, Kara Brindley.
Well, at John Elway's Crown Toyota, we listen to you. And ever since we've changed to our new process, we post our one price, which is our best price, up front on every single vehicle. Now, customers are telling me they look forward to buying their next car from us.
So come visit John Elway's Crown Toyota today in the Giant Ontario Auto Center where the 10 and 15 meet.
One price, simple, no games.
Walters Mercedes-Benz is excited to announce the 20th annual Walters Children's Charity Golf Classic, Monday, October 1st at Victoria Country Club in Riverside. In the last 19 years, Walters has raised over $3.5 million for the benefit of Loma Linda University Children's Hospital. Hurry, sponsorships and player slots are still available. For more information and to register, go to waltersccc.org or call Kathy Keenley at 951-688-3332.
KCAA.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. If you wanted to build some wealth, the reason to get out of debt is to be able to give more, build wealth so you can give more and you can take care of your family and change your family tree and all that, right? Well, what a lot of these people have in common is that they've gone through Financial Peace University. And it's not for broke people. It's for people. People that want to handle their money God's and Grandma's way. They want to learn what the Bible says about money, and they want to apply that to their lives in a common sense way to get control so that they can get out of debt, so that they can invest more, so that they can give more and enjoy their life more. The number one way to build wealth is to get out of debt and stay out of debt. We teach you how to do the budget, how to get out of debt, how to build wealth, how to do your investing, how to handle your insurance in 9 lessons called Financial Peace University. It's 9 lessons. Over 4 million people have gone through this class. Over 40,000 churches have taught the class. This is not a question of if this works or not. It works. And if you want to go through the class, we're going to offer something today we've never done before. You can, if you order the Financial Peace Kit and join a class in your area, we're going to throw in an ebook to my latest book, The Legacy Journey. So anyone that registers for a limited time and gets Financial Peace University class membership, we're going to throw in the Legacy Journey book ebook. So go to DaveRamsey.com and get yourself signed up and get yourself in a class. DaveRamsey.com, or call customer care 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. Suzanne's with us in Texarkana. Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good. How can I help?
When my daughter was born, she's 6 years old now, my aunt had taken out a $50 savings bond. And I kind of had forgotten about it just because, you know, it got put away and that was that. And I came upon it the other day and I asked, you know, my dad about it and other people, I'm like, what do I do with it? And I've heard all the way from it's nothing, it's trash, it's useless. Yeah, I have no clue what to do with it.
I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you speak directly into your phone, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. That's better.
Okay.
Thank you.
When my daughter was born...
Oh, you gave me all of that. I got all of that. But now I would have stopped you sooner. But now then you just ask about the savings bond. And so your daughter's how old now?
She's 6 now, and I'm just really not sure what to do with it.
It's a $150 savings bond?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay. Well, I would just... The savings bonds, the problem with it is they don't earn much, and people forget they have them. And so do you have a college fund set up for her?
Not yet. That's what I was in the process of, like, trying to start now so we can get going.
Well, when you get the college fund set up, cash the savings bond out and put it in the college fund.
Okay. I wasn't really sure what to do with it.
And make sure your college fund's invested in a good growth stock mutual fund. And we recommend an ESA, an educational savings account for that. And, you know, that's the educational savings account allows the mutual fund to grow without taxes. The growth is tax-free. Todd is in Joplin, Missouri. Hi, Todd. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My wife's grandmother, she gave our daughter, which is 3 now, a check before she passed away of $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And currently it is in a savings account.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's going to be 15-plus years before she gets access to it. Is there something? I mean, I know there is, but what's a better option with low risk?
Well, you can move it into a mutual fund in your daughter's name, and you can be the custodian of the money until she's 21. That's called a Uniform Transfer to Minors Act, an UTMA. UTMA. And all that means is that the account is a minor account, a uniform transfer to minor. And so the account is opened in the minor's name with a parent or someone else that's an adult as the custodian of the account. And just pick a good mutual fund or two and move it into that. If it's going to be used for college, you can have the growth on the account be completely tax-free by doing that in a 529 in a mutual fund. So is this going to be used for college?
Yes.
Okay. Then I probably would put it in the 529 because the growth, how old did you say she was, 6?
She's just 3.
She's 3 now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just kind of play with the numbers for a second. If I put that in an account, and let's say we've got the 15 years then, and a good mutual fund, and let's say it averages that, it'll be about $60,000. And so you got taxes on $50,000 that you don't have to pay if it's in a 529, which has to be used for college.
Okay.
Okay. And so what you can do is sit down with an endorsed local provider. Do you have a mutual fund person you work with already?
No, not really.
Okay. Just jump on DaveRamsey.com and you can find out one that I recommend. They don't work for me, but they do stuff the way I teach, and they'll give you advice exactly like you hear here because they agree with me. And more importantly, they'll sit down with you and you'll understand it because you need to discuss this. This is $10,000, a little bit more than for 2 minutes on the radio with some goob like me. So you need to learn about it so you're comfortable with the knowledge of what you're putting the money into.
Okay. What do you call the folks that you said on your
They're called ELPs. If you jump on our website, it's on the right side of the front page of our website, and it stands for Endorsed Local Provider, which means I endorse them. They're local in your area, and they provide help in a certain type of thing. In your case, you're going to click on investing. So endorse local provider for investing, and they'll sit down with you and spend time with the heart of a teacher. You're not going to feel like you've been pressured or sold. Instead, you're going to feel like you got taught. And that's our guarantee, because we spend a lot of time making sure these people are doing just that. None of them are perfect, but they as a group do a great job. Thank you, Todd. Tony is next in Bentonville, Arkansas. Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Good.
Honored to speak with you.
You too. How can I help?
I hear a lot of people call into the show and say they make so much a year, and then they compare that to how much they bring home a month. And I make more than I hear them say a year. So, for example, I heard someone call in and say he makes about $50,000 a year, and his take-home pay is about $44 a month. I make $61 a year, and my take-home pay is $33 a month.
Did you get a tax refund?
No.
Okay. Then that means the proper amount is being held out on taxes if you did not get a tax refund. So it sounds like you're paying for stuff out of your check. Are you buying health insurance?
Yes. All I have coming out of my check is health insurance and taxes.
Okay.
And it just seems like
if you got no tax refund, then your health insurance is high.
It's about $360 every 2 weeks.
That's not too bad, but it's $600, but or $700, but and so you said $60,000 and your take-home pay is $3,300. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's $40,000 out of the $60,000. That means $20,000 is going to taxes. That's not right.
No, and that's what I can't figure out. I'm claiming I'm a head of the household, family of 5. I'm claiming 2 dependents for state and federal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough or...
Well, your dependents don't matter, because ultimately you owe a certain amount of income tax on $60,000, which wouldn't be hardly any. You shouldn't hardly have any income tax with 5 kids or 5 dependents. And so on $60,000. And it certainly wouldn't approach $20,000, so I don't know how you're not getting a refund. You're not getting a tax refund after you file taxes.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I just started my job this year, and last year I was laid off, so my taxes have been all over the place. But still,
okay, all right.
I think too much.
You are probably having too much being withheld. Now, the way to ultimately check that, since your situation's changed so much, is to sit down with a tax person and actually pretend you're doing your taxes for next year, and based on that, see how much your taxes are, divide that by your paycheck number per year, and you've got the right amount to be withheld, and you change your withholding until you get it to that. Yeah, I think you're...
Freeway Auto Center is your road to home. Now open and ready to send you home in a much better car than you're driving now. Freeway Auto Center has a special phone number for KCAA listeners. Get ready, get a pen. Here's the number you need. Right now, in the 909 area code, call 269-8731. Got it? 269-8731. That's the number you need for Freeway Auto Center. Just call 909-269-8731 and ask for the road to home. You may need to unload a car that costs more to fix than you paid for it. Maybe you need a dependable car for your kids to go to college. Maybe it's just time. Freeway Auto Center on Waterman, north of the 10, has the selection you're looking for. Freeway Auto Center will get you there. Call 909-269-8731. That's 269-8731. That's your number for Freeway Auto Center.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale.
Our CNBC Business Radio stocks are on the move this afternoon, a day ahead of the Federal Reserve's big meeting. Opinions are split over whether the Fed will raise short-term interest rates for the first time in 9 years. The Dow's up 269 points, the Nasdaq higher by 65. Americans opened their wallets a little wider in August. They bought more cars, ate out more, and spent more money on groceries and clothing. The Commerce Department says retail sales rose 0.2%